Hey vinyl community, it's Glenn here. This is a contest entry. This is a contest from a relative newcomer to the vinyl community, Aaron Mutha Alamare. I want to welcome Aaron to the community. I'm a fairly recent member myself, Aaron, probably about 3 months in. It's a lot of fun, great people as you acknowledged on your video. You look like a cool guy, and I watched a couple of your videos. Very cool. You're gonna rock it going forward, I'm sure. I saw you have about 30 subscribers already. It won't take you long to get up to the magic 100 number. Glad you're putting on a contest to get everybody familiar with your channel. That's a great idea. Wow, I found your contest very challenging. I went through my record collection, so I have about 2,200 CDs, a couple of hundred records, and it took me a while to find 8 artists with 3 albums or less. I couldn't believe how difficult it was. So I have a very eclectic list, mix of CDs and albums, mostly CDs. So Aaron's contest rules was find 8 bands or artists that have 3 albums or fewer in their catalog. One of the bands has to be from the 80s or 90s. So let's get started on this. I'm going to start with one of the great bands of all time, and sadly he passed away at 27 and never got a chance to give us a 4th album with the original band, the Jimi Hendrix Experience. All we got was Are You Experienced, Axe as Bold as Love, and Electric Ladyland. After that, before he passed away, they released Band of Gypsies, but that wasn't with the Experience, so I think this qualifies as 3 albums. Next, here's a band that does kind of a tribute to pop psych music of the 60s, the Dukes of Stratosphere. This is the alter ego of XTC. They've only done 2 albums. So 25 O'Clock, and I can't remember what the second one was called, but this is kind of the compilation of those 2 albums. It's great music. If you like pop music of the 60s, like say like Itchycoo Park and songs like that, you can really hear they've just really done a great job capturing that sound that was on the radio so prominently in the kind of 67, 66 time period. That's a great CD. Next, here's a band that might be somewhat obscure to you guys. Can't even see the name of them from the thing. They're called St. Paul and the Broken Bones. St. Paul, the lead singer, has one of the most beautiful voices you ever heard. Very soulful, very R&B, really a throwback to soul music. Incredible band to see live. This is the actual CD, St. Paul and the Broken Bones. They have 3 albums out. This is, I think, their latest one, Sea of Noise. Check those guys out on a YouTube search if you haven't seen them, because man, do they ever put on a performance. Next, I'm going to bluegrass. Last summer I was in Prince Edward Island and attended a bluegrass festival, and there was a band playing there that I absolutely fell in love with. They are so freaking talented. They're from Boston. Mile 12. They have 2 CDs out. This one's called Onwards. If you're interested, do a YouTube search for Mile 12 doing the Allman Brothers Ramblin' Man. You got to hear this. It's incredible. What great playing and singing. These guys are really good if you're into acoustic bluegrass music. Next, the Claypool Lennon Delirium. 2 albums out. Les Claypool from Primus and Sean Lennon. This one is called, oh my God, I can't even see it. I don't have my glasses on. Anyway, they have 2 albums out. I should have put my glasses on before I started this video. Check this out. This is real prog, psych, far out kind of stuff you can imagine with Les Claypool involved. The Claypool Lennon Delirium. Next, Mudcrutch, Tom Petty's second band. They have two albums out, Mud Crutch 1 and Mud Crutch 2. Just great roots, kind of rockin', bit countryish, bit, it's hard to explain. Just really great roots music from Tom Petty. And the next one of my favorite Toronto bands from the 60s who had two albums. Well, they had three albums. They had this one, McKenna Mendelsohn Mainline Stink. Oh Canada was the second one, and Bump and Grind Review was the third one. There's also an album called Blues, which is more just a compilation of this album, so I didn't count it as a real studio album. If you like blues music, McKenna Mendelsohn Mainline is one of the greatest albums of all time. Okay, last but not least, did I ever have a hard time finding a band from the 80s and 90s who put out less than three? I don't have a ton of music from the 80s and 90s to start with. I am going with Mark Knopfler's band, the Notting Hillbillies. This is kind of a poor man's Traveling Wilburys. Very kind of rootsy as well, kind of I don't even know how to describe this music, but Mark Knopfler, Steve Phillips, Brendan Cruiser, and Guy Fletcher, who was also in Dire Straits with Mark Knopfler. Very cool album. That's my 80s and 90s. So that's 8 titles. I look forward to more videos from you, Aaron. Thank you very much. We will talk soon. Thank you.